Yo, this is your man EdOne, and this is the EdOne Experiment. In this video, we're going to talk about the many ways of intermittent fasting and why some are good, some are bad. Let's get into this video. First, we have the 16-8 method. 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of eating. In that 16 hours, we're burning through glycogen. Once we get through that glycogen after about 12 hours, then we're working on fat. This is the perfect beginner fast. For me, this is the best way for a beginner to get into fasting. You skip breakfast, you eat at 12, you get done eating at 8. Just make sure what you're doing in between is not too much. Excessive calories will put weight on anybody. Then we have the 5-2. 5-2 is you eat normal for 5 days a week, and then you cut your calories all the way back to 500 calories 2 days. There's a lot of food that's low calorie, high density, but it's 3,500 calories roughly for a pound of fat. You're not really going to lose weight the way you want to in that case. The next one is actually a tool. So you're already intermittent fasting. You already got it down. You're not a pro, but you're not a beginner. You're intermediate. You're doing 16-8. What you're going to do is you're going to add a 24-hour fast somewhere in the middle of your week. 1 or 2. I did 1. Loved it. I felt like I was burning so many more calories because I was throwing my body into this shock mode. But I do not recommend this if you're a beginner. Even being a diabetic, once I felt like I was an intermediate style faster, my blood sugars didn't drop. My blood sugars don't drop. My body did let me know, like,
hey, I want to eat, homie.
And I was like, yeah, I got you. Give me a second. Great tool to have in your tool bag. Pro tip, only add this 24-hour fast when you're absolutely comfortable, when you know how your body reacts to fasting. This is not something for noobs. You don't want to be a newbie jumping into 24-hour fasts. Make sure you do not binge at the end of that 24 hours. No, it's not going to hurt you physically, but mentally it may set you back. Hey, if you're getting some knowledge from the content I'm putting out, hit that like button. Maybe subscribe if you want to. No pressure. I just want to let you know I appreciate you. One of the many things that I love about intermittent fasting is there's so many different ways that we can go about it. The warrior diet. The warrior diet isn't so much of a fast as it is a new way of eating. It's 20 hours of not strictly fasting, but you can only eat fruits and vegetables. And then 4 hours of your carbs, your proteins, and your fats. All healthy. For me, I wasn't a big fan of the warrior diet, but there are people out there who are Spartans.
This is Sparta!
I guess I'm not. I will stick to my normal, don't eat. I like it better that way. And then we get to OMAD, or 1 meal a day. OMAD is quite simple. You eat once. It's a everyday 24-hour fast. Me personally, I cannot do it. I can make it 24 hours one day, but then the second day, I start to get a little iffy, and I don't like to feel iffy, so I'll stick to my 1. OMAD is not recommended for women, children, elderly, diabetics, or people with eating disorders. You also have to worry about nausea, irritability, some dizziness, and diarrhea. I've seen the dizziness and the diarrhea across every one of these different ways of intermittent fasting, but short-lived. I kept the list short and sweet, and I only recommend about 3 on my list. I want to hear about your experiment, how you're doing, how your intermittent fasting's going, how your diet's going, what lifestyle changes have you made. Leave them in the comment section below. And I appreciate you stopping by. That video right there, made it for you. You already. That video's for you too. Don't be a stranger. Come through anytime. See you at the scale. See you at the scale.